Alright, welcome back to another episode of Ramblings in the Basement. It's your boy Theory.
Ivancito. Yeah, we got some
And we got
special
two
guests
special
today.
guests.
I'm Kat.
Sophia.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Go ahead.
So I mean, we just wanted to do is we have some special guests. So just so the audience gets to know you a little bit more. You want to say anything about yourself?
Honestly, I hate that question. In school, all I would say was,
Honestly, I can relate with that.
yeah,
honestly,
like, what do I say? Like, oh, I go to work every day. And then sometimes I'll, like, I like reading.
Yeah, what defines it? Come on.
Exactly. It doesn't have to see like what you do in life. Like you, yeah, of course, everybody works, whatever. But what do you like to do? What do you like to do off your time of work?
Writing, reading. I love poetry. I love reading it. I love writing it. And I feel like I'm pretty decent.
Okay, there you go. That kind of defines you right there. Like saying like that's what you're more interested. That's what you like right there.
Yeah.
Let's hear some poetry now.
Not
joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
My poetry's
I'm joking. We don't have to put you on the spot. I'm joking. We're not gonna put you on the spot like that.
Yeah. I mean, I would. I actually like sharing my poetry.
All right. At the end of the episode, we're gonna hear poetry from Caitlin.
We're gonna hear poetry.
Yeah.
A poem.
Huh? Yeah.
You mean a poem?
Yeah. Poem.
Haiku.
Haiku.
That's an anime.
Oh.
Haiku.
And then for the next guest, Sophia.
I don't know what to say. Like my age. I'm 25. I don't know. I like traveling to different places, and I like music. And I'm in school.
Oh, what are you studying for?
I'm getting my master's in behavioral analysis. Yeah, I'm gonna work with kids with autism.
Alright.
That's really cool. Aw, thank you so much. I'm sorry.
For Leo. True.
Hey, but it does help though. If you can really be able to.
So you're gonna be Leo's personal assistant.
Basically. No, I'd be like a supervisor.
Supervisor?
No, Leo's getting a therapist, I think. And basically, I'd be like the supervisor who'd be supervising all the therapists.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
Do you like it?
This is not that bad, bro. Why are you making it sound bad? He said not that bad.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
I feel like I've had a dream about this. Right? Like, do you ever just like have those moments of like deja vu, but like you've never done anything? Like, you know what I mean?
You never had deja vu before?
I think
That's not
so.
what-
Maybe.
It's something like I feel like if you
Remember
experienced
it.
before and you just get that goosebumps, we're like, whoa. I
Oh
feel
no,
like
not
I've had-
goosebumps. I've
No?
never gotten goosebumps.
That's what I feel like
You
deja
get
vu.
goosebumps from it?
Yeah.
Like,
But like, because like when you experience something, you're like, whoa, like
That
I
shit feels
swear.
too real.
Yeah, like I feel like I experienced this before. Have you not never had that
yes,
experience?
but like not the goosebumps part.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get the goosebumps.
I get goosebumps.
Like I'll just have like this realization, like, oh, this has happened before, you know. So
For me, it freaks me out. But like, yo, what the fuck? I swear this shit just happened before. Like, this happened before where I dreamt. Like I had a dream and then the exact moment happened in real life. So
You know, some people say that you're just like you're just like remembering something that happened in another life, like in another universe.
yeah, I've actually,
do you believe in that?
yeah, I actually know what my past life was. I had this one really intense dream, when I was like 2 years ago or something like that. Like it was so intense, I woke up crying, and I saw my past life die. It was really bad.
What was it?
Elaborate.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
I was in college. I was like some girl, and we were putting on a play at our college or something. And then it was like I could tell it was like the 80s, like just because how we were dressed and everything. I think it was like somewhere in Colorado. I don't know why, but I just knew. And I was like just in school. We were about to like set up things, and then all of a sudden, an earthquake happened, and like this like speakers, or not speakers, but the bleachers fell on us. And I remember just being in intense pain. It was like so scary. Honestly.
Did he pass away?
Yeah, I died. Yeah, that was like the moment, and then that's why when I woke up, I was crying because like I thought I was in real danger.
You know, you should actually try to look it up and see.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like that's something you can find online, like an earthquake.
Well, I actually did try to look it up, and like I saw a few things, but I didn't see anyone dying, and so I don't know.
Maybe you getting hurt probably would have just woke you up thinking that you did die.
Yeah.
But you woke up, but it could have been worse. People just got hurt.
Yeah, that could have been, but it was just I felt this like immense dread when I woke up, so I don't know. A. Yeah.
Reincarnation?
Reincarnate. I
Is
mean,
that
Yeah.
reincarnation?
You want to hit the hookah?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. No hookah type girl.
No worries. No
I'm
worries.
kidding.
I'm that cat.
How about you? Have you had any experience like that before? Like, do you dream? Because I know a lot of people don't
bad
dream.
dreams a lot.
Have you had a dream?
I have a lot of bad dreams.
Bad
Mainly.
dreams? What do you mean, kind of like, what bad?
Like it's stabbed or something. I don't know. Something like that. Like getting stabbed,
Oh, God.
getting stabbed or I don't know, like falling. But sometimes I can travel in my dreams. You know, like all
So
over
you
the
get,
world.
Oh, that's
okay, you
really
get
cool.
lucid dream.
Like
Yeah, I
flying.
get
lucid dream.
I get lucid dreaming. So like I'll wake up, my mind will be up, I'll remember everything, but like my body won't be up, and it hurts. Like I actually wake up in like so much stress.
Oh my
Huh.
god.
Yeah.
Have you ever had
What
like?
You know what I've heard too?
Mhm.
If you ever try to, like, for people that always have dream a lot, I heard, people say this affirmation helps a lot. Be like, I claim back my energy from every person, place, or thing. I claim it back. I claim back my energy from every person, place, or thing. I claim it back on now. Usually, I do that a lot because I dream a lot, and usually, like when you dream a lot, you use a lot of energy. So when I do that, I get a lot of energy back, and then I feel a lot better. So I don't know if that would ever help if you like when you wake up, dream, and like say something like that. Because a lot of negativity will take your energy, and like I feel like you dreaming about you getting stabbed and all that. It could be about people thinking like you're getting stabbed in the back, or
They also say
it
dreams
can be a
have
lot of
something to
murder
do with
for-
your subconscious. Like your subconscious could be trying to tell you something.
yeah, exactly.
True. Yeah.
So just watch out who you hang out with, or who you with, or anything like that.
What the fuck?
No, I was like I'm only pussy. No, that's
Well,
true.
I mean, like, okay, but if all dreams have meanings, I think a
I
lot
wouldn't
of
say
them
all
do.
dreams have meanings.
I was about to
Some
say
can-
because
some
I've
can
had
just
some
be like,
weird ass dreams
What?
before. I think my weirdest dream was I was like what was it? I was like an egg.
An egg?
An egg?
Now go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear this one.
Eggman.
No, no,
I want to
no,
hear
no.
this one.
Not
an egg like in a pan.
No, I was like a carrot, right?
Okay, now what the heck? It went from an egg to
No,
a
no, I was
carrot.
trying to
What were
remember
you?
like what I was. I was a carrot.
Oh, is this what you're talking about? Riley told us they want to talk about vegetables with souls.
Oh,
Is this what you're talking about? Is this what you're talking about?
no.
Were you a vegetable before?
Vegetable?
I might have been. I don't know.
Past life?
In the past life, were you a carrot?
I might have been, considering I dreamed about this. No, but I was a carrot and I was eaten by like a rabbit, right? And then like all of a sudden my dream transformed into me being the rabbit, and then I ate
Yo,
the
what?
carrot.
Yo, wait.
Yeah, that's cute.
It was true.
That's okay.
That sounds a lot like an Adventure Time episode, actually.
Maybe you watched one.
There's
Maybe,
an anime like that too, where this this creature or whatever turns into that thing that like dies, whatever, and then from there it becomes that, and it continues, and then whatever that happens, if you see that person eat that person, it becomes that one thing. So
That's interesting.
That sounded familiar for a second, and it wasn't.
first
From
it
an
was
anime?
yeah, first it was like
What's
with
the
the,
anime name?
I don't know. First it was with a dog, and after that it became a little boy, and then it just continued from there.
See,
I've never seen that.
It was
but
on
I know
Netflix.
there's an episode in
Adventure Time. He was
that
like
has
a
similar-
squirrel or something.
Yeah, it's like
and
it
then-
starts with a caterpillar.
Yeah.
And then it's like eats the way up.
That's
That's a really trippy show. I've been watching that recently again.
I think there's gonna be a new one coming out.
Is it?
It's already
Yeah,
out.
it's already out.
Yeah, it's like the Adventures of the Land of Boo or something like
Yeah.
that. I don't even know.
What-
But it takes place after the original Adventure Time.
Oh, okay.
What
And if
were
you haven't
saying?
seen that shit, that shit's
Yeah.
deep as
You're
fuck.
good.
You were gonna say something?
That shit will make you cry.
No. I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, I made a song about that recently with the Ice King.
Ice King.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't write anything to it. I just like sampled shit.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Hmm.
I never watched it.
that's a good show.
Did you guys ever ship
That
anybody?
shit gets deep. Like it
does.
seems like a little kid show at
Yeah.
first, but that shit gets
I
deep.
think it's like
It
clips.
does. Yeah.
No, that shit gets hella deep.
I shipped so hard Finn with Princess Bubblegum.
I'm gonna be honest.
What do
I
you
think that's
mean
cringe.
ship?
No.
People that ship like cartoon characters.
no,
I'm
listen.
sorry. I think that's
Okay,
cringe.
no, it's not because
Yes,
what
it
is
is.
ship?
Like
Ship.
your relationship.
You
like,
want them
you make
together.
them, you want them
Oh.
to be together. Like my first ship ever was when I was like 15, and it was with I don't know if you guys obviously it's like a really popular anime, Oron, high school.
nah.
You guys are guys, so I guess you wouldn't watch it.
No, I do watch those.
I guess
type of
it's
animes
not that
too.
popular.
It's like
So-
really popular. I don't know any like
Is it on Netflix?
maybe. I
What is
haven't
it about?
watched
What
it.
is it about?
It's about. Do you know what a host club is?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I've
Yeah.
never
the
watched
boys.
it.
Yeah, with the boys.
And then
I've-
with the
I've-
1% to be a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I've seen
I've seen that anime.
Okay, yeah, that's Orange Host Club.
Oh, okay, then yes, I have seen
Yeah.
that one. That's
Yeah.
that is a good anime.
It is,
I
yeah.
haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's a good
Is it
anime.
good?
Yeah.
That's a
What's it
classic,
about?
honestly.
A girl that pretends to be a guy.
No, she doesn't pretend she
So
has.
transgender.
Okay, no, she doesn't. No,
So they're
she-
trans.
She's
No,
not
no, no, they're not
transgender,
trans.
no.
No, not trans. It's because she just tries that. I don't know what it is.
Bro, that's
I really don't remember.
No,
what-
she didn't pretend. She kind of like, okay, listen. She wanted no distractions in school because she worked really hard to get into this high school.
Oh yeah, everybody's like rich and everything
Yeah.
like that. She's like one of the
You
poor,
watched that,
lower
right?
class.
A little bit.
So
Oh,
she
yeah.
she worked hard to get a scholarship to get to like this wealthy school,
Uh-huh.
and then yeah, and so she cut her hair so nobody could think she was a girl or whatever it is, so she could just focus on school. That's
Yeah,
the name, right?
yeah, basically,
Okay.
yeah.
so Mulan.
Pretty
With
much.
school?
Yeah,
Wait,
pretty much,
wait,
kinda.
yeah.
Mulan.
You never seen that movie?
No, I have, yeah. I just didn't see the correlation for a second there. Yeah. Have you watched Mulan?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Have you guys watched the live action version?
No, I haven't.
It's actually really good.
Better? Does
Yeah.
it, does
Oh
it
my
even
God.
connect to the story at all? or
It's
no?
more like traditional, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I feel like it's. I mean, I can't speak. I'm not Asian. Like, I don't want to get canceled, but like.
You can't be worried about that shit.
But like,
Who
I don't.
cares?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Who can cancel someone? Nobody should be able to cancel anybody.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what I think.
I think
Well,
it depends.
It just happens, so
No.
you don't really
No.
control it, though, right?
Because-
Unless you let it.
Because you're always gonna have your fans that like you, and then people are always gonna hate on you. So they're the ones that don't like you are gonna be the ones to cancel you, not your fans.
I mean,
there's
there's been certain circumstances,
Like,
special circumstances where
Depends
being
on what the
canceled
person
matters.
does. I feel like okay, it depends on what the person actually does.
I guess that goes back to what I was saying the other episode, where it's like some people be calling your employers and shit.
Oh, she's
Some
doing
people be
anything.
going out of
Yeah.
the way.
There's like a video on Instagram, and you just see someone do something or complain to someone, and the next thing you know, all right, what's his name? All right, let's get
Oh,
him
he
fired.
works here. It's like let's call his boss real quick.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
he's
true.
racist. It's like,
No, that reminds me. Do you guys know who Low Tier God is? It's like a really cringy, Twitch streamer or whatever. He's not super popular, but he got caught. He's like one of his like viewers basically. He worked at like McDonald's or something or Blockbuster. I don't remember, but they
for a
basically
Blockbuster, they're going out of
Maybe-
business. They can't afford to fire their employees.
maybe not Blockbuster, but it was one of those fucking places. Oh, sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, but
No, you're
like.
fine. You
Now
can-
you're straight, yeah.
Okay, so like basically they called his boss and said, "Hey, you know your employee called out. He's not sick. He's streaming right now." And
Well, that's different though. He
like that was funny though. Honestly.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that-
not cancel culture. That he's just
he didn't
he
care.
being irresponsible with his job.
No, what he's doing is pursuing more of his career than his actual whatever. He
No,
does.
you're being irresponsible because if you're scheduled, you're scheduled. You can't just be like, I'm not gonna show up to work to stream. You gotta stream on your free days.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, I'm not gonna show up to work today because I don't feel like streaming.
Yeah, because you're
That's
just
still being irresponsible.
yeah, because you're like making a promise to not only your
Is he
boss but
famous
your
now, though?
employees.
Like, he doesn't have to
He's
work?
I mean he is famous, but he's famous for all the wrong reasons, honestly.
I mean,
he's
that doesn't matter. If the money's coming in, bro,
but
that's
it's,
all that matters.
But it's not though. Like it really depends. Like you know, you can't get sponsorships when you're like not like marketable. You know
Yes,
what I
you
mean?
can. You know what they say. You know what they say. They say
It just
any
depends on the
publicity
company,
is
honestly.
good publicity.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, but there are certain people like. Have you guys heard of Onision?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of
Yeah,
him.
Onision. He's like a really problematic like YouTuber.
Yeah, but so is
He
Andrew
doesn't make
Tate,
money.
and so is Andrew Tate, and
Well,
he's rich.
it
He's blowing up.
depends.
He got new contracts on Rumble.
That's right. But it
He's doing his
depends.
own shit.
It depends what you're getting canceled for, though. You know what I mean? Like, or what people don't like about you. Like Onision, he did some problematic shit. Like he like underage people. Yeah, he started dating. You know
That's different. Like he's a pedophile.
No,
that's,
I know. I mean, but
that's different.
That
He's
you
a-
can't be canceled for that.
That's not being canceled. Then you just
He's still
nobody
a
likes you.
You know when your notification kind of sounds like have you guys heard that meme? Died of cringe.
No.
No.
You guys don't know that?
To be honest, I stopped keeping up with memes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's okay, but if you
I have
see
to.
it, you see it. If you guys watch any type of Twitch or like
I
YouTube,
don't.
you kind of see
I
those
haven't even
things.
used the internet like that. To be honest.
You don't use really?
Nope.
Nah.
You guys don't use social media and shit?
Not as much.
Nah, to be honest, no. I don't have time for that shit anymore.
I try.
What? How? What do you mean? Yeah, no TikTok.
I do watch
I don't
TikTok,
have
but
time
even
for any
then,
social media.
even then, for TikTok, what I have on my social media is more like motivational speech, like motivational stuff, more like self improvement, and like more investing things, and like instead of like the poor. Usually people
Yeah,
have.
that's
it
my
just-
Instagram. If I ever use that shit.
But that's what I put my thing to like what is it called when they
Algorithm.
algorithm. That's what I put for my algorithm instead of putting like funny stuff and everything like that because I don't like seeing all
My
that
Instagram
time.
is just Gary V. Straight up.
Who's Gary V?
Y'all don't know who Gary V is?
No.
He's an inspirational dude.
Are
You
you,
should watch-
are you
look at it
guys
too.
Y'all should
dudes?
get hit for real.
Well, question: are you guys dudes into Andrew Tate? You guys like?
I've never
know
I've
what?
never heard of him until he got canceled. To be honest,
Okay.
I
There's
like
some-
Andrew Tate kind of.
I mean,
I started listening to a couple of shit.
I like-
He makes good points.
He
I'm not
does
gonna
make
lie.
good points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
mean,
I can see why
You just gotta listen to him. Like
you just
actually
gotta
listen to what he has to say, not just
don't
say
get
what
offended.
people say he says.
Don't get offended what he says. Just actually listen to what he says before you put any opinion. Because if you're already going into it without already like hating him, you're not gonna listen to him. So whatever he says, you're just gonna not like.
I mean, no.
That could apply to everyone too. To be honest.
Yeah, that can apply to anybody.
No, I mean, I have listened to him, and I mean, I don't 100% disagree with some of his things.
There's
but,
some
like,
things that I don't agree either.
Yeah, I was gonna
but-
say I agree that there's some things that he just says that are out of pocket for sure.
Yeah.
But
I agree,
He
but-
definitely makes some good points sometimes.
But if you're
You
gonna just,
can.
but if you're just gonna listen to those things, you're not gonna listen to the things that he does say something good. You're just gonna ignore that, even if you think it could be right. You're just gonna be like, nope, it came out of him.
No, not necessarily.
But a lot of people do think that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Because people in my coworkers, they say, "Do you like Andrew Tate?" You'd be like, "Yeah." If you say yeah, you'd be like, "Oh, you're a feminist," blah blah blah, because they don't listen to what he actually says. They just listen to the bad things that he says.
But you know, there is a point where you say so many horrible things. Do I want to keep listening to you? You like,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean? Like it to the point. It's just like, am I gonna like your character? Like, why should I listen to you if I don't like your character from what I've heard already? I mean, it's good to listen to people and hear their thoughts and opinions, but are you leaving? Wait, are you leaving? Wait, are you leaving? You're my ride home.
Yeah.
I kind of need to know.
I'll proceed.
Oh, you are?
No.
What? No one told me.
How far are you?
Well, you know, because you're like, that's like the opposite direction.
That's true.
But,
I don't know. Do you get an Uber home?
no. Shit, that's like $40.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive. That's pretty expensive.
I'm not trying to do all that.
Just from like here to like 15 minutes away or 10 minutes away is like $10 to like $15.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do all
Uber's
that.
pretty expensive.
Well, I don't know. I guess I should go then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to get home.
Well, stuff happens. It's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
you need to go home. It's alright. But I mean,
yeah.
it was great having you guys for the meantime as well.
Yeah, it's been chill.
Huh?
Yeah.
But
Y'all-
do you,
Y'all live in like Ashburn?
No,
I live in Reston.
yeah, I live,
Well, I
in,
don't live. I live in Maryland.
I live in Leesburg, so
It's kind of far. Never mind.
yeah.
I'm gonna say I can give you a ride, but Maryland's kind of far.
Oh no, me? No, you live in where?
I mean, I could go to Christie's, but like, it doesn't matter. But that is an Ashburn. But I probably need to go home. I'm off tomorrow though. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's your choice. I haven't taken. Well, it's far, right?
yeah, I mean, it's out of your way though, so.
Okay.
I can't believe they were about to leave and anything to me. The fuck.
I
Didn't even
know.
say
I'll
shit.
probably leave
Yeah,
too
it's
then,
kinda-
'cause this is kind of late.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's been nice to be on here. Peace out.
honestly, thank you for coming. It's nice
Yeah.
having you guys too. Whenever you guys
Yeah.
want to come back, we're glad to have you guys back too.
Cool.
We usually do these earlier.
We usually do it on Sundays as well,
It's
but
like 2:30, 12:30.
Shit. Okay. Yeah. Well, I hope I was entertaining.
Yeah.
So,
We'll find out in the comments.
oh yeah, we'll find out.
alright. Say cat if you thought I was chill. I don't
Say
fucking.
cat in the
Put a
comments.
cat emoji.
Cat emoji.
Yeah, put a cat emoji.
Okay.
Alright.
Yo, we leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. Peace out.
Bye.
Thanks for having me and us.
What time is it on the video? So I can see if it's.
I think we've only been recording for like half an hour. We still have like an hour.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll fix everything.
And we've been recording for 20 minutes. Not even half an hour.
It's good on.
Actually,
Alright, guys.
I'm gonna pause it real quick because I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We'll be back.
We'll be back. I guess it's a break.
Welcome.
And welcome back from the break.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what I was gonna say.
So for the people that are listening to Spotify, it won't affect them, but for the people that are watching on YouTube, so you might see in a little arrangement right here.
Oh yeah, we changed our view, how we're seated.
Exactly, so it makes it
I was
better.
trying to figure out what the fuck you were trying to say. To be honest, you're like the Spotify won't affect you. I was like, what is he gonna say? And then you're talking about the arrangement. I was like, oh, that's what it's talking about.
Yeah, for the video.
Yeah, we're sitting differently.
Exactly, and made it look closer so you can actually see us better. And if I go like this, I'm reaching for you guys.
3D.
3D. Ooh.
40. If I blow on you, it's like, do you feel it? It's like,
You see that feeling that you feel in your ear right there?
it wasn't just your brother blowing on you. It's like what if it's like you're just your brother's watching you and he starts blowing?
Yeah, they told me to do it.
They paid me $5.
every brother that's watching it.
Bro, I wish we had that money like that. But yo, if you can't tell, we're pretty late. Or at least I am. I can't. I guess I'll speak for myself.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. I still have some right here. Salud.
But that's what it's all about. It's about having. Yo, recently I've been listening to a couple of different podcasts. Do you know Eric Kahn?
Yeah.
He's a stoner.
Yeah.
I think he's Asian.
Yeah.
He looks Asian. I don't want to, I guess, say something without.
It's a marijuana influencer.
Yeah. Most people know who he is. If you don't, you probably don't want to know because.
If you're a smoker and you watch smoke videos, then
that's what I'm saying. If you smoke weed,
you're probably gonna know him. If you don't smoke weed or if you're not into watching those type of videos, then you're most likely not gonna know him.
Exactly. If you don't know him, it's probably because you're not into that and you don't want to know him. So don't even worry about it. If you know him, you know him. But the point is, he has a podcast called Pine Park, I think.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
And bro, I think it's new. They're only like 20 episodes in.
Look at cricket.
Which I guess is not that much newer than ours. We're only like 30 episodes in. So I guess we're
You
not.
said 30 per episode?
They're like 20 episodes in and we're like 30 in.
Okay, yeah.
So I guess they're not that much newer than us, but their podcast seems chill as fuck because I think he lives out in. Well, I think he lives
Arizona.
in Texas. I think he lives in Texas, but
Really? I thought it was
I think the
Arizona.
podcast is in California. I think. I don't fucking know. Don't quote me on that. I don't fucking know where he is, but wherever the fuck he is, he got good as deals for the weed.
I feel like it would make sense if it was more in Arizona than Texas.
Maybe I know he started in Texas. I don't know if he's still in
but
Texas.
he moved, and he said when he moved,
moved?
he did. When he moved, he said that what is called that one place. He was in Colorado or California, either one, because he didn't really want his viewers to know where he was really from, and then from like the YouTube shit.
Yeah, I remember hearing that story that he lied to his viewers for the longest time about what state he was in.
And he finally came out where he was
Because
I can't hold that against him because it was illegal, obviously. So it's like, do what you gotta do, man. But anyways, I want to talk about his podcast because his podcast seems like the chillest fucking podcast ever. They just shout
smoking.
out podcast,
Bro, they're literally just smoking the entire time. They're smoking weed, dabs, like everything. And they'll take breaks in the middle of the podcast and go buy new bongs and shit. And they'll just be like, all right, let's try out this new piece. And they'll just give like a review on the piece in the middle of the podcast. And I'm like, I wish we were at that level.
Well, what's the podcast host you do?
I think it's called Pine Parks.
All right, guys.
Pine Parks. Check it out.
Look, this is what I want you guys to do. If you guys don't have to, but it'll do a big favor for us. Go to his video, any of his videos, probably his newest one. Be like, we got sent here We got like, cause I'm sure he watches the video, so shout out to him. We like to say, I like to promote new podcasts to listen to. So go to his comments and say, "Ramblings in the Basement, send us here."
Honestly, yeah, that would help both of us. That would help us out, and obviously that would help him out. You know, go check out his podcast as well. So, great idea, Yvonne. Honestly, if you guys could do that, that'd be amazing. We'd really appreciate that. I know this kind of second half of this podcast is completely unrelated to the first half. I just realized
it really is.
Just go with it. Just go with the flow. At this point, we're rambling.
We're rambling. This is what you should expect from us, honestly.
But yeah, if you could go do that, we would greatly appreciate. I'm sure he would appreciate the views and the audience as well. Yeah, I guess I don't have much else to add to that. He put it pretty well himself.
But continue about his podcast too. So he just smoke.
Yeah, it just seems like a really chill podcast. I would love to be a guest on that podcast. He's had to be honest, there's this one weed influencer that I had never heard about until recently. His name is Goblin. And the reason I heard about him actually was not through Eric Khan. It was actually through another weed YouTuber. His name is Dope as Yola. He has his own brand of like, I guess is weed, but it's not THC based. It's like,
is it like kind of like Delta-ish? Like HHC?
It's HHC, that's what it is. Which is kind of similar to Delta 8. But it's like its own thing. It's like its own separate cannabinoid. And basically he has this company of HHC where he sells weed, concentrates, carts,
still get
edibles.
you high, and it still shows up in drug tests, but
it doesn't actually.
It doesn't?
Yeah, that's the good part about it.
I thought it did.
Nah, Delta does. Okay. HHC doesn't. Because that's a completely different thing. And the thing about
marijuana though too.
The thing about that is, it can actually get you high even if you already have a tolerance to THC because it's a different cannabinoid. You don't have a tolerance to that yet. Okay. So it's like kind of like smoking for the first time, except that shit is weaker, so it's not exactly the same as smoking as the first time, but it does get you, like much higher. Yeah. But anyways, the reason I brought Dope as Yola up and his shit, which I guess shout out to him too, because he does a lot. He does a lot. Like, y'all should support him for real. Like he got this company, this HSC company going, and then he got like 3 channels, I think. Like 3, I think. I don't even know how many. He got like a vlog channel, and then he got the WeedTube channel, and he has a podcast channel. Because he has his own podcast as well. I think it's called the Dope. I'm not even gonna pretend to know the name. I don't remember what it's called. But y'all will be able to find him. He's the Dope as Yola. He has all the links to everything. I don't remember what the podcast was called.
We're not sponsored by him or anything like that.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've listened to it. Just because I used to listen to that shit while I was working with my dad. I used to work in construction. I guess not really construction, but more like masonry. We're doing like patios. It's construction. Yeah, I guess that's still technically construction, but the point was I used to be able to work with my headphones on, so I would listen to podcasts on a regular basis. I would listen to his, Joe Rogan, and a couple other ones, but now I'm working at a different job and I can't do that, so I haven't been listening to podcasts as often. But all that to say, I'm getting off topic as fuck. All that to say, I found out about this YouTuber Goblin because he made a review about that product, the HHC. And it was a pretty decent review. But anyways, I found out about that guy, and he did a video with Eric Khan. And he's a cool dude too. I guess check him out too. I guess that's what I'm going for. I kind of lost track of where I was going with this, but I guess that's what I'm going to end on. Check out those 3 dudes. Those 3 dudes are cool as fuck weed influencers. If you're into weed and you're looking for weed influencers, those are probably some of the most known. So I guess I'm not really doing much of a favor for you guys. You guys probably already knew about them. But if you're new to this shit, I guess those are 3 that I would go to. Just check those guys out if you want to look at weed in videos online. But to be honest, I forgot what I was going with that. I'm pretty lit. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm not. The reason why we're lit is because today was my. Well, I guess yesterday, because it's the 9th now. But yesterday was my nephew's birthday.
Yeah, we were celebrating.
So we were celebrating. We were having a little fun, and so we decided, like, if we're all together, and we're already here, might as well just.
Yeah, so we're actually recording on a Saturday. We usually record on Sundays. And just because we already had this get together on Saturday, and like he said, we're all together, we decided let's do it. Let's do a podcast now, so we don't have to do another one tomorrow. So we don't have to record tomorrow, and all get together. Which I guess by all it would just be us two and the two guests that we had. Which unfortunately they did have to leave. But we could try to get another episode with them for sure. I mean, I think it was going good.
Cats in the comments, guys.
Put cats in the comments.
Cats in the comments. So yes, we have two things you guys gotta do on YouTube. Cats in the comments, and go to Eric Khan's podcast and put "Ramblings in the Basement." Send us here.
Yeah,
those two right there. That's you guys' homework tonight.
You guys got homework tonight. Y'all got homework tonight. And we're going to be going over it tomorrow. Exactly. So y'all better have it done.
Next podcast, if we don't see no improvements, well, it's just going to be later on in the down the line because we're still a little bit ahead of time.
Yeah, we're like 3 episodes ahead.
So, if we don't see it then, we're going to speak on it wherever the episode is. And whenever you hear it, you'll be like, yo.
I'm looking at you, Joey. It's like,
yeah, you too, like, Tony.
It's like,
fuck you, Tony.
Bro, chill. I was just telling. So, can I just say, I want to make a public apology on the podcast for the fucking episode title, Fuck You, Tony. Low-key, that shit got us, not banned, but it got us censored on YouTube because it wasn't child-friendly. Obviously, the title.
Sorry, that was on me too.
Low-key, I felt bad about that because I just named it a title, and I guess that was technically on both of us, I guess, because I'm the one that made it a title. But this man kept saying "fuck you" to Tony for some reason throughout that episode. I don't know why. His name's not even Tony, so I guess I didn't feel that bad because his name isn't actually Tony. But
the reason why, because if you guys ever seen that meme or that video of 2 guys across the like islands, you can be like, "What's your name?" And I'll be like, "Tony," and then he's like, "Well, fuck you, Tony." And then the other guy's like, video. "What's your name?" Enriqueo. Well, fuck you. Yeah. So that's where I got.
But yeah, so he kept saying that through the episode, and so I just named the episode that. And low-key, I felt like a dick afterwards. I was like, yo, I hope he doesn't think I'm being an asshole to him. But he was here tonight, and he didn't seem to feel that way. So I'm glad there was no hard feelings. I apologized to him anyways, because I did feel bad for that, low-key.
I didn't say shit to him. I didn't think about that either.
I'm the one that made it the fucking title. That's why. I felt bad. It's like the whole fucking title. I was like, we gotta be nice to our guests, not say fuck you to them. But it was all a joke. And he was obviously, he didn't care.
Yeah, don't take us serious either, guys.
But
we're loving people.
But I want to make sure that's
have
clear.
You guys here.
And the overall message is always
we love our guests.
The overall message is always love. We appreciate our guests, and if we ever say anything like that, it's obviously going to be a joke. But I just want to make sure that's clear for the fans, for the audience as well. I guess I don't want them looking at this and be like, "Yo, this dude's being a dick." Because low-key, I feel like that sometimes when I'm watching show like a YouTuber or something, and they be doing like some dick moves. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if he's like joking or if he's being an asshole right now. He kind of making me, and I want to support him. So I didn't want any of that. We'll try to have him on. Honestly, he was a good guest. We'll try to have him on again. I love having guests, to be honest.
Because we get to people's opinions, we get to what people think.
Yeah,
I like to see what people actually think in life because all of us think differently. We all think differently, so getting people's point of views in life or just in them or however they think or whatever it is, it's always nice, especially if for like opinions. Like if we have a topic and it's always good to get their opinions or their view of thought.
Yeah, actually, I was kind of blown that our guest today had to leave because we were just getting into it. To be honest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had a good time having them here.
Yeah, like we were. I feel like we were barely starting to get into like actual deep conversation.
Do you have the lighter?
No,
It's over there.
I'll go grab it.
All right. While he does that, this little ad of dogs.
Dogs? You just throw in a dog ad? You know you don't actually have any ads, right?
Shh. I'm gonna
This
put
is
it.
all part of it. We're not cutting
Yeah.
any of this.
Shh. Part in the background of the YouTube video is gonna be dogs playing.
Alright. I mean, that's on you. If you want to edit that in, I'll be back. I'm going to go take a quick piss.
Back to the commercials of dogs playing.
Come back to the dogs.
I'm being for real, guys. You're gonna probably hear me in the background, but you're gonna be seeing dogs playing in the background. While that's happening, I'm sitting up the hookah. ASMR. Alright, ASMR. Alright.
Alright, guys, I'm back. I don't know if you can hear me all the way over here.
If you can't hear him, he said this bitch has his back.
What's up, audience?
Alright, commercial done.
We're back. The bitches are gone.
Welcome back to Ramblings in the Basement. We're back from the commercials.
The dogs are gone.
The dogs are gone.
Man. You really gonna cut the dogs?
Yeah,
Fuck
us.
do it. That's your geek.
They're gonna hear my voice in the background, and you guys are gonna see dogs.
Dogs running around.
Dogs running around.
Yo,
Whatever
cut
it
the
is.
fucking Nintendogs. Nintendogs. You know how like they'll come onto the screen. They're just looking at the screen. Bro, that shit would geek.
All right, I'm gonna look for that shit. See if I can
They'll
find
just
that.
be staring at you. Dogs just staring at you. Yo, what's your favorite dogs, guys? Put that shit in the comments.
Furry dogs. Oh.
We'll try to edit that into the next video.
Well-
Oh, you guys like German Shepherds? Yeah, we'll put German Shepherds in there for our next cut.
For our next commercial of dogs playing in the background.
Yo, interactive. Y'all got to pick. Y'all get to pick what you want. You want ladybugs in the next cut? Go ahead. Comment whatever you want.
Down. I'll look for it. Trust me, guys.
Gorillas. Whatever you want, guys.
I need ideas, guys. Give me some
They
ideas.
better start making up some crazy shit. I want to see an orange rectangle floating through space. Some crazy ass shit.
Hey, if you guys do suggest that, just know that's probably gonna take a couple.
Just know you're not gonna get a good quality one. You're gonna
that too, but you're not gonna get it until a couple of episodes. Because I gotta learn how to do that. Shit
I'm gonna throw that
first.
shit together as easy as quick as I can. He said, "Y'all don't deserve that much effort." I'm gonna throw that shit together.
A little square. It's space.
Fuck, what's that? You ever watch K and J?
No, I don't think so. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't watch.
I can't even think straight right now.
Like I said it from the beginning, I don't.
They're YouTubers.
Exactly. I don't go on YouTube as much. Like the only thing I really listen to on YouTube nowadays is Toaster. It's a gambling YouTuber.
Yeah, the online casino.
Yeah, and then what it's called? Just because sometimes I just like to watch.
I don't even watch them either, to be honest. K and J is because Diana showed me to them. True. She watches them because I don't even watch them.
That's the only people that I watch, and then I watch stuff that are related to like God. So I like to listen to that when I'm working out or when I'm going to work. Stuff like pretty much stuff that leads me to him more, and like just like his words, and then Another thing is just soccer videos, like highlights, and that's it. That's all I watch right now. And then TikToks, like I said, like motivational videos and all that kind of things. But I don't even go on all that.
But the
'Cause
reason,
I'm too busy to like.
but the reason I brought them up is because they be doing that shit with their editor, where they just be saying like random shit to edit, and he always does it.
Really,
They'll be like, put a shovel right here, and he'll do it. And I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna take the shovel and just throw it, and he'll edit that shit, and it's always like, I mean, it's not like good quality. It's always like clip art, like it's just like a little clip art. But it's that shit geeks. I love that shit.
dude. I'm low key. I'm not gonna lie. I'm low key trying to get into doing all that too. I just gotta see if I gotta buy the specific some things. Cause
Nah, bro, the software that I showed you, all you have to do, I can show you to be honest, because it has tracking. Where it's kind of like Snapchat, to be honest. You know, like Snapchat, where you can like you can like make a sticker like follow your hand or whatever.
Oh really?
Yeah, so you could do that shit on the software that I showed you.
I know,
on the
like
computer.
I know, like when at the end of the video, I would say thank you for watching. It has like that little pops up and like animated thing like that, but I don't know how to actually make it like where it is.
Yeah, you just gotta take time to practice. I feel like the software too, because each software is different. But it comes with time. To be honest, you can't rush it either.
Yeah, that's why eventually every episode it looks better than the old episodes because slowly improving. But I'm still trying to see where I can do more into the videos. So if you guys have any suggestions or any things that I can do, just let me know.
If y'all know any podcast that we could appear to, I would love to fucking appear on someone else's podcast. Like, I want to be a guest on someone else's podcast. I don't know why, but like, because I think I know why. Podcasts are fun as fuck to film. To be honest, I enjoy them. I enjoy fucking recording podcasts.
I did too, honestly.
But I guess the fun part would be like being a guest. Like, I want to see how someone else does it. Cause I mean, I guess I could go. I guess Yoni's podcast, I could go on his, and I would love to be a guest on his podcast. But I kind of already know how he does it because I've already talked to him about it. But like, I would love to just go like on a completely random person's podcast.
But even then, yeah, because even if we go to his podcast,
you still learn his process.
Yeah, exactly. Because we know how he does it and everything like that. But it doesn't just because we talk about it doesn't mean
first-hand experience is better. Yeah. No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. I would still love to be on his podcast, but I would really love to be just on a completely random person's podcast and just learn a completely different process than like what we do. Because some people do completely different processes. And that's with anything, to be honest. That's why I love meeting new producers when it comes to music, too.
Like, honestly, the way we do ours is we have my camera light that I have right here that I bought a while ago. I have my actual camera that I use for photography. So that's why every time I get up, it's to go turn it up because it's not a video
camera. Not a video
it's just an actual camera for like taking pictures. And then we have our mic and the phone. That's our podcast right
We didn't even have like an actual interface, like an audio interface.
Nothing.
But some people do it live, which I would love to see how they do it. To be honest,
that is true. Some people, I thought of that too because I think the camera could do something like where it connects to like. No, that's the GoPro. Where it connects to Twitch and everything like that.
Yeah, to be honest, I think we'll just have to get a different camera because this is mostly for photography. If we wanted to like do more advanced shit, but
like right now,
it works for now.
Low-key, what time is it right now? Because we need to check.
High key, right? Because if it's over 30 minutes, which I think it might be, 43.
It's like 23 minutes in.
Alright.
So right there, we have only like 5 minutes left. Seven minutes.
Like 7 minutes.
And then we have to go back up, get up, and get up, and then that's why in some videos you see me walk back because
if you ever wondered why this man just randomly walks away halfway through the video, most of the time he's just turning the camera back on
for you guys.
Continue. For the YouTube audience, to be honest.
Yeah, this is all for you guys.
Which I guess the YouTube audience is the only one that's gonna notice you getting up. Because Spotify audience is.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I've been seeing a lot of views on YouTube lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
not as big as a lot of people think, but like we've been getting 25 views, 35 views, 40 views, and like to me That's a lot.
That's a good amount.
That's a lot.
That's a good amount, man. That's
like,
all that counts.
Exactly. So
that's how you start, man. That's how you start.
And low key, I appreciate that for whoever's watching, whoever's like supporting us. I appreciate you guys' support and like for listening to the video.
Yo, let me just say, I get an email every time someone subscribes. So let me just say, I notice you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you. I get an email every time one of you guys subscribes.
Yeah.
And I guess he does too, because we're both logged into the Gmail.
We have 17 subscribers now. We had like maybe like 8, and then slowly we got to like 14.
Dude, like, there was just 1 week where people were subscribing like almost every day.
The 14 though, we stuck there for a while, and now we got 3 more subscribers. So,
but yeah, I get it. I guess we get an email, so we notice you guys at least for now. Once they start coming in the hundreds, like 100 a day, some people do that shit. I guess it'll be hard to keep up, but for now, we know who the OGs are, and we appreciate you. I just want to put that out there, so y'all don't think it's just you guys are not just a number. We appreciate every single one of you.
And like we said before in the other videos too, we love if you interact with us as well. If we leave polls on Spotify, or if you guys want to leave any comments, we will reply to you guys. We appreciate you guys trying to like interact with us. We love that. So if you want to do that, go ahead. We're not forcing you. If you don't want to, it's okay.
Especially, or I guess I can speak for myself. I'm mostly on Instagram. So if you reach out to us on Instagram with anything, to be honest, feedback, suggestions, topic ideas, whatever you want, we're listening. DM, comment, whatever you want. I'm mostly on Instagram. He runs the YouTube account mostly. So he'll probably read your comments on YouTube.
The only time I
try to check up every once in a while.
The only time I do Instagram is when we upload the video. That's when I promote the video and everything like that. So during those times, I'll most likely be able to reply to you guys. But not like he said, he's the one.
I'll be on that shit because I'm signed in. I'll get your comments. I'll get your DMs on Instagram.
He's the one who posts the stuff on the Instagram videos. Or our account.
Lately, it's been you. To be honest, I haven't been doing shit. I just been checking in. To be honest,
I'm talking about like stories wise, yeah, but like the actual posts on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, on Instagram. That's all it is. Because low key, I'm still trying to figure it out too much. But then now that I started thinking about it more right now, I can just download the video on my computer because Instagram does go to computer as well. So
yeah, you can upload from the computer.
That's what I'm thinking. Because in my head, I was like, how am I going to transfer it from a computer to my
have
phone? But then I just So you most likely, hopefully, you're going to see more videos like that on Instagram as well.
So that would be a major improvement because then that would be actual clips. Because right now, I just been doing the logo with the audio, and then he has the actual video. But if he can upload the clips to Instagram, that'd be fucking amazing because I feel like Instagram is where you get the most reach.
TikTok too.
And those, just because people generally have a short attention span. Yeah. And I don't blame you. It's like, it's a new thing. It's like, I don't expect you to give us your full attention
if you watch
right off the bat, you know? Like, you gotta get yourself introduced and, like...
If honestly, and if you only listen to like some probably are not even listening to this part of the podcast.
Most people probably aren't, to be honest.
Exactly, and if you are, like I said, we appreciate it. Like you're the ones that we appreciate the most. And for the people that even watch it for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, for 5 minutes, whatever it is, we still appreciate you guys because at the end of the day, you took some of your time to just listen to a little bit of us. Yeah. Honestly, and if it catches your eye and you still come and support us, that's all that matters. Because eventually, hopefully, you guys start to listen to more of us where you like to listen to the whole episode.
Exactly. And low key, I'm thinking because I'm just trying to think like when I'm an audience and I'm watching a YouTuber or whatever, and they be saying the same shit, be like, I really appreciate you, and it's like you kind of just ignore it. You're like, okay, yeah, whatever, like. I want to make sure y'all really understand, like, we really do appreciate you guys. Because I feel like when I hear that shit from another YouTuber, and I'm not saying they don't really appreciate it, but I kind of just brush it off. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, sure, you appreciate me, whatever. But it's like, I don't want you guys to do that. I mean, if you do, it's whatever. I guess you do whatever you want, but I want you guys to like really understand, like really feel appreciated. Like we really do appreciate you guys. And go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say it's like the video I was talking about how YouTubers that I watch, the group Toaster, because it's Toaster and then damn, I forgot his name.
Alright, well, what I was gonna say, I guess,
yeah.
was gonna be to show you guys how much we really appreciate. I don't have all the details out yet, but I've been thinking like I kind of want to do it like some type of giveaway for like our
Audience?
our audience, yeah.
Yeah, I would
But
love
like
to do that.
actual subscribers, like you have to be like at least subscribe for some time, not just like because low key I feel like a lot of people when they do giveaways, but most of the time it's like if you want to join the giveaway, you gotta like and subscribe, and it's like you end up getting a lot of people that aren't actually like fans of your shit. They just want to win the giveaway, and it's like that's fine, I guess. But I want to give it back to the actual fans. The people that are actually supporting, not just random people that just joined just because of the giveaway.
No, yeah, I feel you on that one.
So, like I said, I have an email of the 17 subscribers. Like we have email, we know exactly who subscribed. So we're gonna try to see something. Look into that.
One of them or two of them were is me. So, the camera turned off. There you go.
Well, you're not gonna be qualified for the giveaway, unfortunately.
Why not?
Because we're not gonna give away something to you, boy.
Yo, that'll be nice though. What if I get something from the Ramblings in the Basement? Who wouldn't want that? I would want that.
We want to give support. We want to appreciate our supporters.
I am a supporter.
No, you're not. You're one of the fucking podcasters. But
Shoot,
I guess technically I'm one of the subscribers too. So that'd be like what 14 subscribers. So
maybe
that raises your chances of winning. To be honest.
So if you know who you are, like and subscribe.
I don't even know what the fuck it's gonna be yet, but I do want to do something just to show appreciation for the first subscribers.
It could be a backpack. It could be a hat. It could be a beanie.
Are you talking about the merch?
Yeah,
we could do a merch giveaway. I was thinking of gift cards, but I guess the merch would be nice too.
Because if they're subscribers and the fans, why wouldn't we give them
free merch? Yeah,
free merch and a preview of our merch to come.
Right, you get early access to the merch. Matter of fact, that's a good idea. You get early access to the merch. As an early subscriber, you get early access.
I don't even have one yet. You might have it before me.
Nah, we can't do that.
I know. We can't do it, but
No. Just because the way that because I've already done it with the label, and the way it's done is like you can buy. You have to demo it first, and since we haven't demoed it, just to get to the sample versions. So we would have to get the sample versions first, and then that's when we can actually put it for sale. So we're gonna get the sample versions. You guys can see it, and we'll give you guys more details when this shit's more flushed out, I guess.
Just know you're gonna win either or.
But just know something is coming
from our merch. It's gonna be one of our merch. Don't worry.
Technically, I guess, so we can.
I will get it if I have to. Well, we will get it. I'll find a way.
We're gonna get the merch. We're gonna get the merch regardless. Just because we gotta rip our own shit. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, y'all still have a chance because technically this giveaway, it's not really done yet. Like it's not up yet. Like we haven't started this giveaway yet.
This is probably not gonna start. This giveaway is probably not gonna start until like the end of November.
So y'all still got a chance to subscribe, I guess, for now. But yeah, we are gonna try to look for the most loyal. It's not gonna be a random raffle. It's gonna be whoever's the most active. So
no, I feel like we should.
I don't know, to be honest.
We'll have two.
I feel our most loyal fan is gonna get rewarded.
I feel like because I feel like that's more in the future, but like, not even. It could be soon too. But I feel like low key. I feel like what I want to do is, I would rather have two raffles. One with our loyal fans, like you said.
So not a raffle. That one.
Well, do it like a spin, like whatever it is, for like the ones that have been closest, like that's been subscribed for the longest, or just been more supportive, and then another one for all of them. So the ones that are closer to, like the ones that are closer,
That's
they
the
have
big prize.
Yeah, it's a big prize, and they have a better chance of winning than the other ones as well.
All right.
Because maybe one of the bigger subscribers, they might get a gift card than the other ones. Who knows? We have to think about it. See what we do about it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of giving back for sure. Just because I definitely want to show appreciation.
And at the end of the day, without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this, honestly. And I can see why people on YouTube say the same things. Like, we're like, without you guys,
your audience is everything.
It's true. You guys are the reasons why we're doing this. We always wanted to do this, and we like doing this. I'm not gonna lie, I like doing this, and he says it himself. He likes coming to do this as well. So like, we like to do it just because we like to do it and like have conversations, because we always usually do it. But it's like it's nice to be able to talk to you guys about it, even like just you guys listen to it. You guys don't have to like it, or like if you do like it, great, because then you guys can have more like you guys get more connection with us and everything like that. But if you don't like it, it's fine. We're not telling you to like it, but for the people that do like it, we do appreciate it as well.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I've been listening to like a lot of podcasts, and there's this one dude. I don't even remember who it was, but he's friends with Joe Rogan. I remember he made an appearance on one of Joe Rogan's podcasts. But he said he has 3 podcasts that he runs. And personally, I would love to have that life where I'm just doing podcasts, or I'm just, making music, just kind of doing my own thing. But like, I don't know. I really love doing podcasts. I love talking. I just love talking my mind and just talking to other people. And if 3 podcasts, bro, like running 3 podcasts, that sounds like a life.
I would like to do 2, to be honest. Just 2 for me. Because I like to do other things as well. So I'd rather pursue on that kind of stuff. Yeah. But 2 podcasts would be great, honestly.
I feel like 3 podcasts wouldn't be too much. Because at that point, it'd be that would be your job.
I guess it depends on the days. Yeah, if you have like scheduled out.
Because at that point, I feel like at that point you don't have to worry about like going to work. Like that is your job. So
you might see 3 Ramblings in the Basement podcasts. You never know.
In the future, yeah. I mean, I don't know about Ramblings in the Basement. That's the whole thing. It's gonna be like a separate podcast. But we gotta have Ramblings in the Basement. I might have my own podcast on the side.
I might have my own podcast on the side as well.
Shit, we may even have another podcast.
Ramblings in the Basement gaming, we're Ramblings in the Basement anime, we're Ramblings in the Basement, Ramblings with sports, something like that. Ramblings something.
I don't know.
Whatever it is.
But
we're just talking too much ahead.
I like this podcast because it's kind of like all over the place. But I do want to start another podcast that's more political. That's the thing I would go with, I guess, if I win my own podcast. And I told you guys about it, where it's like, I want to have my own podcast where it's like, if I get canceled for, like, if that podcast gets canceled because I say something too controversial, I want that podcast to take a hit. I don't want this podcast to take the hit, because this is the more chill podcast where we just, speak our minds about shit that's not exactly political. It's just about the world, and just universal truths, I guess. Just growing up and different shit,
Did I already tell you what I'm about to do, though? I don't know if I might have talked about this in the other episode, but did I tell you how I'm about to go to Florida?
You better go to Florida?
Yeah. Because of the whole hurricane. Okay, take this away from me, because I'm feeling a little more lightheaded. Lightweight, like, how you get like, ooh. I'm starting to feel like, I'm already feeling a little bit, I finished my cup, and then I hit the hook, and that shit, like, got me, like, drunk / lightheaded, where like, I don't know.
Mixture of the 3 substances: alcohol, tobacco, and weed. Deadly combo.
But okay, so I don't know if I talked about this last podcast, but what I really want to do, and which I am gonna do, so I'm already getting the covers. I already talked to one of my friends about it, which is not. I'm gonna go down to Florida in the beginning of November, and me and him, we're gonna go down to. I'm gonna go stay with him, but like the whole main reason why I'm going down there is because I low key, I've been like I made a new TikTok. You know how to do TikToks is never like really filtered until you start liking things.
Yeah.
I started seeing a lot of things about Florida, and like the Fort Myers and the hurricane and everything like that, and I saw how everything.
Bad.
It was so bad. It was really bad. And we talked about this last podcast or 2 podcasts ago, where we talked about the hurricane and like the hurricane. If you really see what happened down there, dude, they still might be flooded down there right now. Like for the last thing I like 2 days ago, my friend he told me that Florida was still some of the parts still were flooded.
See, and I have a lot of political shit to say about that, low key.
And the thing is what I'm about to like what I'm gonna go down is like I'm gonna go down like the reason why I'm trying to go down there is because I'm trying to hang out with my friend, but the main reason I'm going down there is because I want to go down there and I told my friend about it. The reason I, like not is I want to go down there to be able to go to Florida and help the people that suffered in hurricanes because a lot of people because dude insurance for houses and everything in Florida is hella expensive. So a lot of people in Florida don't have insurance. They don't get insurance to cover all that. So a lot of people are either gonna become homeless or they're not gonna have a place to stay. And the people that do have insurance, they're fine. They might get a hotel or whatever it is in the meantime. But for the people that didn't, I want to go over there, try to see if I can help and clean up the little bit if I can, like whatever the most I can, whatever it is, I want to be able to help them and buy like a lot of waters, a lot of like be able to go out get food, just give it out. Because at the end of the day, I'm up here working. I'm fine. Like I have a house over my roof. Like I have a roof over my head. People in Florida down there, they don't have a like roof over their head because they lost their home. I want to go down there and be able to help them and push through it because losing your house and like losing everything you had, it's not easy for a lot of people. So a lot of people are gonna go through a lot.
That actually brings me to something similar that I wasn't gonna talk about it on this podcast, but because you brought that up, because I don't have all the details for it yet, but I've been speaking to this one friend. I don't know if I want to call him a friend yet because I just met him. It's a dude I met online, but
Acquaintance.
Yeah, I guess an acquaintance.
Yeah.
But I mean, I fuck with him. Just from like the few texts that we've sent back and forth. He seems like a cool dude, and I would actually like to meet him. Maybe have him on the podcast someday. But he was talking to me about something similar, where he was saying he wants to start a non-profit organization to help homeless people. It's not exactly the same because your homeless people are like because of the hurricane, where he just wants to help like any homeless person.
Low-key, I'm not gonna lie. I've thought of the same thing as well because I've seen a lot of videos of people like helping other people that are homeless or people that need help on YouTube or on TikTok, whatever. So seeing those videos, I love that because at the end of the day, God is helping them. They're sending them their prayers or whatever they need. So I've always was like, damn, when I become wealthy or whatever, I want to be able to do that.
I've thought about doing things like that too, but anyways, what I was saying about that one guy that I met online was he was talking about how he wants to start that nonprofit, and he was saying so right now what he's doing is he's an investor. He's just investing in stocks and just I guess whatever he can invest in. I didn't ask too much about what he's investing in. But he's investing so that he can eventually retire. He said he wants to retire by the time he's 30, so he can focus mostly on that, that nonprofit.
Yo, we both have the same ideas.
And so he was saying he wants to start that shit, and I was telling him that he should definitely do it. And I wanted to ask him. I guess not ask him. I wanted to tell him. And if he's serious about doing that shit, that he should start a GoFundMe page. And try to promote that, and that's low-key something that I told him I would be glad to promote it on the podcast. We've never asked for money for ourselves, to be honest. And I guess this would be the first time we're asking you guys to donate any money, and it wouldn't even be to us. It would be to this GoFundMe page to help the homeless. But I guess technically I've asked you guys to donate before. I think I asked you guys to donate to the Underground Railroad.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm gonna ask you guys again to donate, but just to charity. I don't want, because I don't feel comfortable asking people to just donate money to me. Whereas like if I'm asking you guys to donate to a charity, was like that feels like, that's all right. But I don't like asking people to just donate to me just because I'm making a fucking podcast. Like I don't deserve donations for that. Like if you want to, that's fine. But I'm not gonna ask you to donate to me.
Agree. I don't.
That just feels like you're asking, like you're just begging. Yeah,
exactly. No.
It's like I'm not gonna be like an e-beggar, whereas like I'm just begging you guys to give me money. But I'm asking you guys if you want to donate. Well, I guess he didn't start that GoFundMe page, but what I was gonna say was, if you want to do the same shit, you could start your own GoFundMe.
Or support people that do it. But
yeah.
Just make sure it's legit though too.
Well, I'm saying you should start one if you're gonna be in Florida. If you're gonna go down to Florida, you can use that to buy the supplies that you need.
That is true.
Because if you're gonna be out down there, handing out food and water and shit. Now, I mean, I don't know exactly what your plan is once you get down there, but most likely you're gonna need some funds. So
to be honest, I was just gonna go out of my pocket. I didn't think about that. I was just thinking
it's not gonna be enough. I feel like it's gonna do something, but
not trust me. I was thinking about spending a good amount of money. I was thinking about spending. Because honestly, what I was thinking about is probably try to see if I get an apartment or not apartment, like an Airbnb for a couple of days there. Then from there, just spend a good amount of money on those kind of things, and just give it out. Like even if it affects me later in the future, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just thinking about helping them, and then coming back to where I'm from, like here, just to go back to work to pay off what I just spent. That's what I was just thinking for that one little thing. But then at the end of the day, and I feel like it's the right thing for me to do, and I feel like me doing it is like me saying if God is sending me a prayer for them to be able to.
Yeah. And they say karma is a powerful thing. Like if you're doing something good, the universe tends to pay it back. So I feel like
people, and the thing is, people ask why are you doing that? That's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna help, or that's not gonna affect anybody. I was like, but at the end of the day, it is. It really is.
People will appreciate that.
People will appreciate, especially I'm coming from some don't, because there's gonna be those type of people that don't. But a lot of people, there's a lot of people that will appreciate that, especially if you're coming from even from a state that you're not. It's not even your state. You're coming down there just to help them out, to help them at least clean everything that has happened to them. That shows that we, as the United States, united. We're united.
Yeah, we're there. I love that.
We're there for each other. This country's
very divided, and we definitely need some more. We need to get more united as a country. So I definitely love that idea.
Because we're one together. If it's not just us, who's gonna be there for each other if we're not there for each other? The government's not gonna care for us. If it's other countries are gonna care about for their own countries. So at the end of the day, I feel like we gotta take care of each other, even if it's not the government or whatever. Us, the people, we know how we live with each other. We know how we suffer or whatever it is. But because a lot of us been through what we've been through with everybody's been through almost the same thing. Not everybody, but most of the people have.
No, yeah.
And the thing is, being there for those people, even if they're not grateful, you're helping them out, even if they don't see it. Because at the end of the day, they'll be and a lot of people do appreciate it, but some people, they don't see it until they actually hits them. But a lot of people do notice it and appreciate it.
It depends on personality.
It really does, but a lot of people do appreciate it.
But I was gonna say too, because I've had a similar idea of wanting to help the homeless people, but I've had a different approach to it. Because because I want to help the homeless people, But there's always that I guess that argument where it's like people abuse that. Whereas like if you're just handing them out food and shit and like homes, people abuse that. So I've actually thought like I've actually considered about like trying to start up a company where we can hire homeless people. Whereas like we're not exactly giving them a handout, but we're still helping them out. Whereas like we're gonna hire you so you can start working on yourself and improve yourself.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was gonna say too. A lot of that's where you find out the people that are really truly willing to work for whatever. Because a lot of homeless too. This is where people have that controversy about homeless people. Is a lot of people, even if they get offered a job, they'll be like no.
Yeah,
because they like the homeless life because they get a lot of money.
People, yeah, some people make a lot of money through just begging, and they'll prefer that.
But even then, like this is what I'm talking about. Like I see a lot of like I had this experience where, but before I even start this is where I was talking about back where I saw a lot of YouTube videos of like TikToks about people helping other people. It doesn't have to be helping homeless people or whatever. Just helping other people. I'm always thinking like, damn, I wish I had the money to be able to do that. But then at the end of the day, there's days where I'm like, I don't think about it like that, and then I still give out when even if I don't have like money or even if I'm short, I still give it out because at the end of the day, I know God will repay it and He'll look over after me. So, and then go back to the story I was gonna say is I have what is called I've went to a gas station here like where I live, and I was putting gas, and then this guy came up to me and be like, "Hey, do you have any money or any cash?" Because I came from Alexandria or Woodbridge, whatever Winchester was, and I came back from my state, like from my country, and I'm just trying to like see what I'm trying. I came here to see if I can look for jobs and everything like that, but right now it's hard to look for jobs, and I can't find any. And I was like, yeah, no worries. Like I was putting in gas. I went in the truck. I got some of the cash. I gave him some cash so he could go eat because he said he needed money to go eat. And I was like, hey, I know you said you're looking for a job and everything like that. I'm about to start up my own company, and hopefully, what it's called, if you're really being serious about what you really want, I could try to get you a job, even if it's not even for my company. I can just ask my dad or whoever, my brother, to see if he can hire them. I get a new worker or whatever. And if they don't, I'll just wait until I get my company and I'll try to help him out. But even then, he seemed really grateful for that. I was like, really, like if you really could, I'll be really appreciative about that.
Loki, was he illegal?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I've been trying to tell my dad. It's like a lot of people don't like illegal immigrants because they be stealing jobs, but they're some of the hardest workers sometimes.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to tell my dad, like, because there are some companies that like you give them like a work visa, and I was telling my dad, I was like, we have a company, we have a lot of illegal immigrants that are like, we have like a bunch of illegal immigrants at our disposal. That sounds kind of bad, but like, we can hire them, right? So I was like, you have the company, you could kind of like help them out and have them help us out by like creating a program with the company, so like help them become legal through the company.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a job, they'll help us. And he kind of doesn't want to do it just because
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work,
exactly.
Yeah.
But
I was like, that could help both of us too. That could help the company because we would have more workers, and that could help them because they could actually start working towards becoming legal citizens or at least residents, and they don't gotta worry about getting deported.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, I agree, and then but I agree to that, and then going back to the story too is like when he told me when he said I was like, yeah, I can do this and all that, and he seemed like really grateful for it. I was like, here, just give me your number and everything like that, and I'll have it. So if anything does happen, I'll call you and I'll let you know. And I texted him and everything like that. And he gave me his number. You know what's weird? Is he gave me his number. I told him to call me. He called me, but I never got his phone. It never went through. So when I left, I was like, wait, I never got his phone number. So fuck, how am I gonna be able to text him? And then later that day, I get a phone call, and it was him. And then when it's called, I was like, wait, hey, who's this? He's like, oh, he hung up. And I called him back, and he's like, "Hey, who's this?" He's like, I was like, and he started talking. I was like, "Is this the guy from the gas station?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, and the thing is, he was ready to work. And I was like, "Hey, when do you think you would be able to get me a job?" Blah blah blah. I was like, I told him like, "Hey, like right now, like I still gotta talk to them, like and everything like that, and I'll let you know. But like from there, like if I'm able to get it, I'll get you the job." But like how you said, my dad is not like he doesn't like to get new workers, people that don't have experience, not like that because he's had his own conflicts and all that. But I was like, at the end of the day, you need new people.
That's part of being a business owner.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta take risks, man.
So, but even then, like from that him calling me back, I was able to save his number. So now I have his number. So if anything happens, I'm able to always call him back. And if he needs ever help, and I told him, if whenever I get my business or whenever I have my own crew, I'm gonna call him back too to see if he ever needs help. Because if he really does, I'll be there to help him out.
Yeah,
man. I've told this to everybody that I always talk to about me creating a business. Is at the end of the day, if you want to have a successful company, you need you have to have a good work. You have to have good workers, people that like you and everything like that. And the way you have to do that is you got to take care of them, because if you don't take care of your own workers or your actual workers, your employees, then why would they want to take care of you?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why are they gonna care about you if you don't care about them?
But yeah, exactly. And the way I look at it, because I guess technically I'm kind of like a business owner with a label, even though I kind of don't look at it like that. But I guess one thing that you do have to keep in mind is you have to like try to like help other people come up with you, I guess, in a way. Like if you're starting up your own business, you gotta you can't do it by yourself, basically, is what I'm saying. It's like you gotta have a couple people that you're gonna know that you can trust to be there from the beginning to help you build it up, because a business isn't run by itself, like with one person.
You might have your hard times, your hard heads right there, but at the end of the day, if you're able to speak your mind and actually fix the situation, those are the real ones. Because at the end of the day, you guys fight, but you guys still fix things, and you guys are still in the right head to be able to improve.
Exactly.
But the people that
looking like with this podcast,
we've had our own little discussions and like car heads, but like at the end of the day, we get what we're trying to tell each other, and we don't take it to an offense. Where we're just telling each other what we need to hear or need to improve things. So at the end of the day, it helps us improve the business, and it helps us improve it ourselves.
Yeah, and another thing as a business owner is you have to give everyone a chance to try to understand, I guess, what their values are. Because ultimately, what you want to have for people on your business is you want to have people that have the same end goal, I guess, which is like the success of the business. And you have to be willing to give everyone a chance, because sometimes people aren't always going to, I guess, I don't know. I feel like you got to try to give everyone a chance, try to help everyone, boost them up. And if they don't want to, give them a chance. And if they're not showing that they want to, then it's not them. But you're never gonna learn that by not giving them a chance. And so you kind of have to just, I guess, not everyone a chance, because you sometimes you could just tell.
But like I'll tell you this right now, it goes with where I work. Is when I first started working at the restaurant, just like the restaurant where I work, everybody, they already had a standard. They already had a standard. When I got into I had to go to that standard as well. Yeah. It was, you work together, team service. You help each other. If you need to, you pick up that greet. You pick up the greet. If you need help, take people's orders, take the drinks, or take people's plates out of the other table. We do that. But a lot of the people, some of them quit, some of them came back. But when we picked up new service, that what is called, that same formula or that same process that we always did started to die down a little bit, because the new people, they did they did what we needed to do, but then they didn't care as much as we like how it used to be. Yeah. So then everything started going down and down and down. But then the people that used to stay there, we're like, yo, we gotta fix this before it goes down. We gotta let the people know that, yo, this is how it should be. Because at the end of the day, like, if you're trying to run your own business, or even for like that restaurant, what it's called, you want the people that actually care about the business, because at the end of the day, it helps them make more money, and like for me, it helps me make more money if we all work together and everything like
exactly.
that. So if it helps the business, at the end of the day, it's helping you out as well. Because if you're helping, like, if me personally, if I had my own business, if the people that are helping me out, are working hard, and I see them working hard, I would always try to give them a little bit more. Like, even like if it's a gift or whatever it is, I would always try to show them my appreciation for that. I wouldn't want people that are slacking off, not doing whatever they want, and then that affects the people that actually work there, because at the end of the day, the negativity is going to affect more of the positivity.
No, 100%. That's what I'm saying. You give everyone a chance, but if they start showing like slacking like that, it's your business. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to pay someone to bring your business down, which is, essentially, like, if you're running a business, you don't want someone that's just going to be bringing your business down. You want someone that's going to be building your business up the whole time.
And I low-key see that at the restaurant where I work, and I low-key feel like we need to get rid of some of the people.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's how it is, and sometimes it sucks, but if you have enough people, or even if you don't have enough people, sometimes it's just, you want to get rid of that little situation before it gets worse.
Yeah.
Because if you get rid of that situation and then you get new people that actually do care, they'll probably do way better than that other person that you decide to keep.
Yeah.
And that little decision right there would eventually either improve your business or the situation that you're in, whatever it is.
I think it's also about setting boundaries. So it's like, if
you need to set conflicts, or is it conflicts? Like if something doesn't happen, you get consequences. There you go. They stop giving consequences at the job at work.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the new people, they're like, oh, we don't want to lose new people, so they lowered their consequences down, everything like that. But now, because we have enough people, they gotta improve that again. Because if they don't do that, then it's just gonna be like, oh, I can do this. They don't really care about it. So like, why should I still improve? Or why should I care?
Exactly. Yeah, I guess it comes down to, like, if people feel like the business needs them more than they need the business. Like, sometimes people act like that, where it's like, they need me. It's like, they're really low on employees right now. They really need me, so they're not gonna fire me. And it's like, so they just start acting like, however they want. Whereas, like, if you're the business owners, you gotta treat them like they need you. It's like I'm the business employee. If you act wrong, I'm gonna just fire you and find someone else. That's the way you gotta make them feel sometimes.
And it sucks.
So they act right.
Yeah, but it sucks because the people that, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people think about this. I'll say this right now. This book, I highly recommend it to read because I've read it myself. You should watch Cash Flow. It's from Robert Kiyosaki, whatever his name is. The guy that did Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you haven't read that book, read that book and then read Cash Flow. But even then, Cash Flow itself, once you read that, you'll understand. There's 4 quadrants. It's employee, small self-employment or small business, business owners, and then investment. A lot of people think about employees. So when they think, they'll be like, oh yeah, fuck the owners. Why do they care? They don't care about me. Whatever. So that's when they have that mindset where, like, they don't think, like, if you ever want to own your own business, they don't think about that. They be like, so whenever you have your own business, would you want people to think the same mindset in your own company or your own business? Exactly. No, you don't want to. So what you need to do is, whenever you're working at your own job or whatever it is that you like to do, or whatever it is you're working at, you have to have that mindset where sometimes you have to put a little bit more effort than other people, or a little bit more effort into your job, even if you're not getting paid as much as it is, because you're making more. You're improving more yourself, and then you're improving your more mindset to help you more later on in the future. It doesn't have to help you. It helps you later in the future. You might not see it right in the present, but you're gonna help yourself more into the leading on into the later days in the future.
Exactly. That actually makes me that I got 2 points to bring up to that. Number one, you're saying people got to think more like employers. I feel like a lot of people give employers shit for like trying to replace people with machines. But if you think about it as like from an employer, like from a business owner's perspective, it's just a cheaper option. Like
cheaper option, and they don't.
And especially if you have employees like that are just like not, actually putting in the effort. So of course I'm gonna fucking hire a computer, buy a computer that I don't have to pay fucking wage to the computer, and they'll do the same shit better. So like he said, make sure you're putting your fucking best out there because you're gonna get replaced by a fucking robot. But also, it goes to another thing that I saw that was low-key a trend on TikTok. I don't fucking follow TikTok, but trends on TikTok are apparently fucking news. That shit gets all over the internet now. So apparently this was a trend on TikTok. It was I guess 2 trends technically. There's one of them was called quiet quitting, and the other one was called act your wage. Basically, people that feel like they're not getting paid enough, they start acting, act your wage. They basically start only doing what they feel like they're paid enough to do. So it's like, like, they're not paying me enough to do this shit. And it's like, okay, you got to think about how the business owner is looking at you when you're acting like that. So when you're acting like that, you're like, oh, well, they're paying me this much, but it's like that's not enough for me to be doing all these responsibilities. So you're not actually doing your job. And it's like as a business owner, they see you and they're gonna think this person is not worth having on my team. I'm gonna fire them. And it's like a lot of people think they're getting back at their employer. It's like, oh, I'm quiet quitting. This is what I wanted. It's like I wanted to get fired. That I just didn't want to quit. I wanted to keep getting that paycheck, I guess, until they fired me. I don't know what the fuck is going through these people's minds, but
that's not the right mindset to have.
But yeah, exactly. That's not the right mindset to have.
If you want to,
you're just hurting yourself.
Exactly. If you want to stay low vibration or low frequency, if you don't want to live like with the dream you want to live or the life that you want to live, that's not the mindset you want to have.
Yeah, exactly. And in the video that I watched about there's this one lady. I think she was a lawyer, but I'm not. No, she was an HR. She worked in HR. I don't know what exactly her job title was, but she was explaining her personal experience with it, where she was saying her boss was acting the same, where he was doing like the quiet quitting, where he's like he wasn't really putting in any effort anymore. He was just kind of showing up for the paycheck, and the company noticed and they fired him, and she got his job. And that's what happens when you do that shit. The people under you just take your position because they're going to be working their ass off to take your position. If you're not working your ass off, someone else is, and they're going to take your position. It's really that simple.
Yep.
Like that's the world. The world is a competition, bro. Like if you're not competing, someone else is. So you gotta put in your effort.
Especially if you want to, like I said, if you want to live the life that you want to live, you gotta compete to get to where you need to get. And once you get to that little spot, you're able to use that to get closer to what you want to do. And you can leave that situation that you need. But once you don't leave that situation, you gotta work your hardest in that location, learn as much as you can. So whenever you're ready, you're able to move on to the place or whatever the situation you want to be at.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you want the example, it's just like that one HR lady. She moved up in a position, even if she doesn't want to continue in that career. That's a good fucking reference to move to another job. She'd be like, "Hey, I used to be the fucking boss of this company." So that will help her get another job if she wants to fucking switch. Yeah. So the point is, you put in your fucking work. You put in the work. You're gonna get recognized eventually. As a lot of people, that's the thing with a lot of people is like they're putting in work, and they want to get recognized in like within a week or some shit. And it's like you gotta keep putting in that work for like months, and then that's when you really start to get recognized, and people start to notice it. Like, oh shit, this guy is really putting in the work, and maybe your boss will notice, give you a promotion, and if your boss doesn't notice, you're still picking up the skills that come with it. It's not like you're just doing that shit and you're not learning from it. You pick up the skills, and whether that helps you in that job or it helps you in another, doesn't matter. You're still learning. The point is, I mean, I forgot where I get it, where the quote is from, but basically, the quote goes: "If you're gonna do something, do it right." It's like, if you're gonna do something, put in all your effort. Actually try that shit. Don't just do something just to do it.
Dude, I realized, I'm not gonna lie, we always repeat the same thing over and over again in most every podcast, but it's because
it's a consistent message that needs to be heard.
Yep. Because if you don't work on yourself, or if you don't improve yourself, at the end of the day, you're just decreasing yourself, and you're just pushing yourself back instead of improving yourself and going forward.
I just wish this message was more mainstream too, because I feel like a lot of mainstream culture and like just music, I guess, and just shows and everything, they just teach you to give up too easily.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, bro,
once you give up, you're giving up on your goals and dreams.
Facts.
Then ask. So it's not that your goals or dreams never they go up to you or show up to you, because you gave up too early to even see your goals and dreams.
Facts.
Like for me, I say this every day, and I tell this to everybody: I am gonna become wealthy, and I'm gonna have the life that I want to live. The life that I want to live is go out, explore, do photography, and travel. Yeah. But even then, just be able to help out people as well.
Same.
But the thing is to build wealthy, have the money to live the life that I want to live. I always say that, and I know it's gonna come true, but it's not happening right now, which is okay. Because at the end of the day, two things: the Lord is always gonna lead me to there. I have faith, and He has the journey for me. Second is, you have to have the patience for it, because I know at the end of the day, it's not gonna come to me like this. I can't expect it to come to me the next day.
You gotta be stubborn too. It's like you just gotta work for it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it seems like it's not gonna work out for you, you just gotta keep working. And I mean, I feel hesitant sometimes even telling people like what I want to do in my life, just because people like to doubt you. And it's like, I mean, I've told a couple people like I am serious about like making this label big and like growing as a musician. I know I don't put out music that much, but that's just because I'm a perfectionist. I do have a lot of music that I have written and shit.
Who does?
But
I can confirm that.
And I mean, I don't think you've actually heard any of my lyrics either. Like
I haven't heard.
I have actual like shit written too.
I've heard his music, like it's actual music, but I haven't heard.
And I'm just a perfectionist because I don't like putting my shit out until it's like fully done. And I mean, that probably has to do with the fact that I used to listen to Eminem growing up a lot.
You know what I started thinking about? In my head, I was like, for a lot of people, I think more of like females. But in my head, I've been like, oh, I wonder what he is. Oh, he's a Capricorn. They'll be like, oh, that's a Capricorn thing to do right there. Being a perfectionist and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Of course, the fucking females would care about my zodiac sign. But
I don't know. I just randomly thought of that. People thinking about that. Like, I wonder what he is. I wonder what kind of zodiac he is.
But yeah. I'm a Capricorn. If anyone fucking cares. But I think there is some truth to it. But I think people overblow that shit. Like,
I agree. I think there is some truth to it as well. But I don't overthink it as I used to do when I was a little kid. When I was a kid, I would always believe exactly what it was. But like now, I'm like, there's some truth to it, but not everything what it says is truly
I think it's more like a subtle thing where it's like, just because like how it affects you growing up. Like me as a kid growing up, my birthday was always in the winter, on winter break. So I could never invite people over to my parties. So I feel like it just made me less social as a person.
For me, mine was in spring/winter. So mine was
good weather.
Sometimes cold weather, sometimes it was snowy, sometimes it was good, like sunny. So it just depends.
But I feel like it does have something to do with like how you're like, just because like you're born this time, and it's just like it does affect the way you grow up. I feel like in a way, but not like as much as people like to make it seem. Where it's like it's gonna affect your entire life. It's like the way you think and shit. But I think it does have
'Cause everybody
subtle influences.
Everybody thinks differently.
Because they say like what, like Leos are the most extroverted, and they're like born in the
more
summer.
more prideful and everything.
Yeah,
like
and they're born in the summer, and I've noticed people born in the summer are more more social, and just more extroverted, and that makes sense because they would have big parties on their birthdays. I remember my sister had birthdays on summer, and she would have parties.
But she's a Cancer.
That's still in the summer though. I'm saying just the summer people in general are more extroverted. Cancers are more social too.
And emotional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've noticed. It's like maybe there's something to it where it's like, because I've noticed just people born in the summer generally are more social.
Libras, Taurus,
and that could have something to do with it. Where it's like, and it also has something to do with like you reach a certain age at a different point where it's like, because especially when you watch like babies like growing, where it's like you watch like a 1-year-old, and it's like, for example, like when you're like 3 months old versus when you're 6 months old, like that could be a big difference. I feel like, and depending what time of the year it is, I feel like that can make like minor influences in like the way your mind develops, low key. Whereas like if you're like born in the winter, it's like your mind is like, I guess let me put it this way, like when you're born and you come into the world, you're introduced, like you're barely learning how the world works, all right? And if you're born in during the winter, like you're born during the winter, and it's like in your mind, like when you're first like 1-2 months old, like this is how the world works. Like the world is just cold as fuck.
Yeah.
Like that's just how the world is for you for the first 2 months if you're born in the winter. Whereas if you're born in summer, like the world is just a warm place for you when you're born. And I feel like it could just have like subtle like effects in your mind and the way that your mind develops. But I don't think about it in the way that like, fucking zodiac people think about it, where it's like, oh, you're this person, that means you're gonna have this type of day.
Yeah, well, fuck you, because you do this and that now. Like,
that means you're a toxic person. It's like, well, I don't know about all of that. It's like maybe you can have like subtle influences on like in the way that you're,
just because you don't agree. Just because you don't agree with me, well, not agree with. Just because you don't agree with this situation, just and you agree with that situation, doesn't mean I'm this and that. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Everybody, like I said, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own traits or whatever it is.
And then I guess, people make excuses for that too, because they'll be like, well, that just means that's because your sun signs and your moon sign and all that fucking bullshit.
You're rising,
that's because you have different rising sign. I was like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, you gotta accept that a lot of people's personality is based on their experiences
and
too.
how they were raised too.
Yeah.
But like we said, it does have a little bit to do with it, but not like how people think it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, is that like? Have we been recording for 2 hours?
No, I think it could have been dead.
Yeah, it's like an hour 37 minutes. All right, we can start wrapping up, I guess.
I think it might have died though too.
So I guess we should wrap up.
Yeah, it did die.
All right, well, it's been a good episode. We kind of just were all over the place, but this was a good episode. I liked it.
Yeah,
we talked about a lot of shit.
We had our guests, and then we ended up being just us two, and then our guest was more like 20 minutes in, and then after that we had like a whole another episode.
Yeah, we'll try to get them on again because we didn't really get to have them for a full episode, but
yeah, they were interesting. Don't they? Like,
yeah,
cats in the comments. Cats in the comments.
Cat emoji in the comments.
Cat emojis in the comments.
But for real, I feel like we're barely getting into that conversation before they had to leave.
At the end of the day, like we said, we did it a day that we usually do it, so we did it a little bit late.
Yeah, this was like hella late. We started recording like at 12.
Yeah, so. And we usually record around 7 o'clock.
But yeah, we'll try to get them on it again for sure. Maybe hopefully together, but if it has to be just one at a time, I guess.
That's fine as well. Yeah.
I just like having a guest, to be honest. I want to have whoever's on here.
And then if you are around us, we wouldn't mind having you as a guest if you really want to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I love having guests. Please leave a comment, DM us on Instagram. Let us fucking know if you want to be a guest. We would love to have you. We love hearing any opinions.
And then we'll see it. We'll try to have a topic, but if it goes off topic and we just have our own
you're welcome to introduce topics too as well.
we'll give you some topics to talk about, but then even then, like if it goes off topic and we start talking about other things, I think that's what happens in our podcast. We just ramble about other things. Yeah, we ramble about other things.
It's about the experience, man. We just having a good time. We hoping the audience having a good time.
You should have seen us before. Back then, when we were younger, we would just talk about like straight up Royal Rumble and talk about like me or Helio or whatever.
Same conversation, to be honest.
Same conversation, more conspiracy theory stuff.
We're talking about more conspiracy.
But
there's some things that we hold back on here just because we don't want to get canceled. But we've, like he said, even then we've dove into some deep shit still.
We go to deep shit that I feel like some things have came true too. And we didn't even think about it. We just thought it was thoughts, and we actually see it actually come true. We're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how's us thinking that what we're thinking is coming true? Like, I don't know how to explain.
Well, I mean, I've always followed conspiracy theories. I've always seen what's coming. I feel like because I followed that.
I mean,
shit
I did too,
heavily.
but like sometimes we were just thinking about random stuff ourselves, and we're like. It ended up being actually coming true or being real, and we're like, yo, what the fuck?
I mean, it's just observations, man. You see what's coming. I'm not
gonna lie, I've heard a lot this too, that this year is gonna be a cold winter. And you know what I was talking about? This is going back to the I still don't know where I got this from. It was John something. There was a quote we came back when we were outside over there about how the winter, spring, summer, whatever it was. I don't know if you remember that. I was supposed to be reading a quote, but we never brought it back. So pretty much what we're saying is, every winter, there's different types of winters. There's really cold winters, which means like stuff like in the winters can happen where the stocks go really down, where the stock market, where the real estate, where something in the world goes down heavy, where it goes bad, bad in life, and then it's always in the winter. COVID spikes up again, and then during the spring and summer it goes back down. It could be like any kind of.
No, I know what it is because people have been talking about this shit for a while. Because I follow more politics shit, and they've been saying it's mostly gonna happen in Europe. They're saying they're gonna have a really cold winter in Europe because of the gas prices over there. Because they're getting cut off from gas.
And another thing is, I've heard about this. The thing is, it was a couple of days that happened ago, or even like yesterday or 2 days ago, where I think a couple like the people that have all the gas in the world, like Iraq, Mexico, Brazil, like all the oil companies or all the oil countries, they all came together, which all of them brings up 90% of the oil of like the whole world. They were talking about, but like, hey, I mean, we own the oil. Like, whatever we can do whatever we want. And then this is what you're talking about. We're like, screw putting the prices down. Let's make it go back up. Yeah. And then that's why you slowly in the U.S. where we live, gas used to be so cheap, but then after a while, because of COVID and everything like that, it went back up. But it started.
It wasn't because of COVID.
But yeah, I know. But after that, I'm talking about like during 2021 and all that, gas prices went up where we were at. It doesn't have to be about COVID, but wherever it was, is after all that, it went up, and now slowly it's going back down. But now because of that whole situation in the media, that's why gas is going back again up a little bit. But like I feel like we were saying about Europe, I feel like they're gonna be affected the most, where gas prices is gonna go really high for them.
There already is.
Well, there you go.
There already is, because well, right now they were I think getting their oil from Russia, and I mean Russia's not really in good terms with them, so they were hella taxing.
Yeah, I don't know if we're still getting oil from Russia instead of getting it from Canada, because
we used to make our own.
Yeah, I know.
That shit kind of pisses me off. Like, we used to make our own fucking gas.
And then the thing is, we were getting oil from, I think, either Alaska or from Canada it was, but then that's when Biden shut off the whole oil situation. That's when the gas went up.
Yeah, you're talking about the same thing. So what happened is we used to have our own oil because we used to, I guess, get our own, like, dig our own oil in Alaska, and we would pass it through a pipeline through Canada, and that's the pipeline. Yeah, that's the pipeline that they shut down. And the reason they shut that down, I guess, to get into I don't know if it's considered conspiracy theory, but they kind of talk about it openly. The main reason they shut it down is because they want to have like a net zero emissions with the United States, where it's basically like they want to make it seem like we're using more green energy than we really are. Basically, it's like, look, we're not actually.
But even then,
we're not dirty. We're using clean energy. But it's like, no, we're just importing gas. So we're still using dirty energy. We're just not making it ourselves. We're just importing it from other people, which is worse because now we have to use energy on the ships to bring it over here.
And we had to buy and pay them, and then it just puts us more into debt instead of being able to bring it, so give it to us even cheaper, like us, the people that live in the country, for cheaper, and be able to give that oil to other of our country, the people that are getting it from Russia. We could get, because we used to give it out to them.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
we would get money from them to do that. So now
that's actually another thing that frustrates me, because a lot of people try to be like, oh, well, it's not Biden's fault that the gas prices are high. Look, gas prices are high all over the world. It's like, I don't think you understand anything about politics or about what's going on. We used to export gas. Like, it is his fault that the gas prices are high around the world, because we used to sell gas to them for cheaper. So it is his fault that gas prices are higher in Europe, even though it's not our country, because we used to sell it to them for cheaper.
So but now they're getting it from the country.
Like, it is still our fault that their gas is high. Like, they try to be like, oh, well, how is Biden, how does he have anything to do with the gas prices over there in Europe? We used to sell it to them. That's how. We used to sell it to them for cheaper. I think we should wrap up, to be honest.
Yeah, all right. I guess to end it there, yeah. That's what we think about gas prices.
Yes. Yeah. Bro, that was all over the place, this podcast, but just like every other podcast.
We need to get a little bit of samples of everything so you guys know a little bit about
We love to get controversial. Yeah. Y'all know.
Because a lot of people don't know about this.
Yo, I want to get canceled. Cancel me.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, look, high key, you gotta look at Kanye's business model. You know, Kanye West is one of the biggest fucking genius in our generation, and he knows how to market himself. And really, the best way to get yourself out there is just being controversial, and that's how he gets himself out there. And I mean, he believes it too. It's not like he just says shit just to be controversial either, but he says shit that he actually believes, that he knows is gonna be controversial, and people get mad, but it gives him more attention. So by all means, go ahead and cancel us. I'll be fucking happy. Give us attention, please. No, but for real, appreciate y'all for tuning in, and please tune in next week.
And like we said too, we'll try to get settle a raffle giveaway for like two giveaways for our true subscribers, or like the ones that been there from day one. And another raffle will give away for everybody. So
one for the OGs and one for the new ones, I guess.
Yeah, for the supporters that even are there just to like get the giveaway, whatever it is.
So even if you just subscribe for the giveaway and then unsubscribe right after,
it's fine. We have one for you too, but we're
you know what? You'll get a gift card too. Fuck it.
But yeah, but that we do really want to do that, so to show our appreciation for our supporters and everything.
We'll provide more detail. I think I'm gonna make an actual Instagram post like once this shit actually takes off, so we can actually make an official announcement and y'all can know for sure all the details and everything. But I did want to just put that out there so you guys know it is coming. So look forward to it.
And other than that, thank you guys for watching. This is Ramblings in the Basement. Stay tuned. Good night, good morning, and good afternoon.
Yes.
Peace.